Israel's recent ceasefire agreement is more than just a pause button on a bloody conflict. It's a tentative step towards a fragile peace, a momentary respite in a region that has known little but turmoil for decades. It's a moment of truth, a deep breath before a potential plunge back into the abyss. The streets, once bustling with life, now echo with the silence of uncertainty. The eyes of the world are watching, wondering if this fragile peace will hold or shatter. Newsrooms buzz with anticipation, and public squares are filled with anxious faces glued to screens. One thing is certain, though, this isn't just about Israel and Palestine. The international community is deeply invested, with leaders from around the globe weighing in. This is about global power dynamics, shifting alliances, and the ever-present human cost of conflict. The stakes are high, and the implications are far-reaching. We're talking about a region where even a whisper can trigger an earthquake. The tension is palpable, and the atmosphere is charged with the potential for both hope and despair. And while diplomats play their high-stakes chess game, real people are caught in the middle. Their lives hang in the balance, affected by decisions made in distant rooms. Families on both sides are living with the trauma of rockets and airstrikes. Lives have been lost. Homes have been destroyed. The emotional and psychological scars run deep, and the scars of this conflict will linger long after the last bullet is fired. The path to lasting peace is fraught with challenges, but the hope for a better future remains. Let's address the elephant, or perhaps the bald eagle, in the room: America. The land of the free and the home of the brave is currently navigating through some turbulent times. The global superpower seems to be facing an existential crisis, both economically and politically. The pillars that once held the nation high are now showing signs of strain. Remember those fiscal cliff metaphors they love in Washington? Well, they weren't just metaphors, they were warnings. Yeah, turns out the cliff was real. The financial markets are jittery, and the economic outlook is uncertain. The national debt is a ticking time bomb, and the political scene is more divided than a pie chart at a family reunion. Bipartisanship seems like a distant dream. This internal chaos has serious implications for America's foreign policy. The ripple effects are felt far and wide. When your own house is on fire, it's hard to play the role of global firefighter. Domestic issues take precedence. This directly impacts Israel, a nation that has historically relied heavily on U.S. support, both financially and diplomatically. The stakes are high. With America's attention and resources stretched thin, Israel is finding itself in a more precarious position. The dynamics of this relationship are shifting. The traditional safety net might not be as reliable as it once was. The future of U.S.-Israel relations is now more uncertain than ever. From Israel's perspective, the ceasefire, while perhaps uncomfortable, might be a strategic necessity. It's a calculated move in a complex and high-stakes situation. Think of it as a game of high-stakes poker, where every decision can have far-reaching consequences. Sometimes you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Timing is everything. With America potentially distracted by its own issues and international pressure mounting, Israel is under the microscope more than ever. The optics of a prolonged conflict, especially one with a high civilian death toll, could be devastating for Israel's global image. This isn't just about military victories anymore, it's about winning the narrative war on the international stage. The ceasefire allows Israel to regroup, reassess, and perhaps most importantly, buy time to strategize. Time to shore up international support, build alliances, time to recalibrate its strategy and consider new approaches, and time to figure out its next move in a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape where every action is scrutinized. We can't talk about this conflict without addressing the dire humanitarian crisis unfolding in Gaza. Forget political rhetoric for a moment. Let the numbers tell the story. The UN estimates that over insert number Palestinians have been displaced, their homes reduced to rubble. Hospitals already struggling are overwhelmed with casualties. The infrastructure already fragile is on the verge of collapse. The human cost of this conflict is immeasurable, measured in shattered lives and broken dreams. The ceasefire, while a step in the right direction, is just the beginning of a long, arduous journey toward recovery and hopefully a lasting peace.